Readings of Almighty God's Words. Exposing Antichrists. Excursus 4. Summarizing the character of Antichrists and their disposition essence. Part 1. We concluded our fellowship of the 15th item concerning the various manifestations of Antichrists at the last gathering. After fellowshipping about these 15 items, have you summarized the various manifestations and essences of Antichrists? Do you have a basic concept and understanding of them? Can you discern individuals who possess the essence of Antichrists?
I can discern relatively obvious cases, but I still struggle to discern relatively cunning and insidious ones.
Today, let's summarize the various manifestations of Antichrists from two aspects. First, the character of Antichrists, and second, their disposition essence. Is it easier to discern Antichrists from these two aspects? If we fellowship less and don't give many examples, you may not be able to discern them. If we fellowship more, you might understand, but you may still struggle to compare these to Antichrists when you see them doing evil. Summarizing the nature essence of Antichrists and discerning them from these two aspects can make this clearer for you. 1. The character of Antichrists. The first aspect is the character of Antichrists. Specifically, this aspect has to do with what kind of humanity Antichrists possess. What does humanity include? It includes conscience, reason, integrity, dignity, and human goodness and evil. Discerning the character of Antichrists involves various aspects of their humanity. Let's first discuss the usual manifestations present in normal humanity, or traits that normal humanity should possess. Tell me, what specific content falls into this category?
Honesty and kindness.
What else?
A sense of honor.
Possessing uprightness and a sense of honor are both essential.
Also, showing others love, tolerance, consideration, and forgiveness.
That too. Let's sum it all up. First and foremost, normal humanity possesses the trait of honesty. Is this positive? Additionally, it possesses kindness and sincerity, and there is a difference between sincerity and honesty in terms of degree. Do you think that compassion is something that should be included in one's character? Can compassion be categorized under kindness? A person with a kind heart will certainly have compassion. Then there is simplicity and a sense of honor. A sense of honor includes dignity, self-knowledge, and reason. Next is uprightness. What are the manifestations of uprightness? These include a sense of justice, the abhorrence of evil, a hatred for wickedness, and a fondness for positive things. If one only has uprightness, then that is insufficient. If they lack tolerance and patience, speaking bluntly without considering people's states or the circumstances, that is not okay, and their character is deficient in a few things. There is also tolerance and patience, which are both specific manifestations of kindness and can, of course, be counted as one trait. These are the traits that normal humanity should possess: honesty, kindness, sincerity, simplicity, a sense of honor, uprightness, and tolerance, and patience. 7 altogether. These traits that normal humanity possesses can be used to gauge whether a person has normal humanity. However, today's topic of fellowship is not about the specific manifestations of the traits that normal humanity should have, or which individuals possess these traits. Instead, we are going to fellowship on the topic of what exactly is the character of antichrists. Compared to the various aspects of normal character just mentioned, do antichrists possess any of these traits? Or which ones do they possess?
They do not possess any.
Since you have such an impression of antichrists, let's sum up what elements in the character of antichrists make people classify them as antichrists, and show that these individuals have bad humanity, that they lack normal humanity, and possess the humanity of antichrists. If someone possesses one or two of the several manifestations of normal humanity summarized earlier, they might have some normal humanity. If they possess all of them, then they have the most normal humanity. But antichrists do not possess any of these traits. So what exactly does their humanity contain? Let's fellowship on this aspect first. A. Habitual lying. The first trait contained in a normal character is honesty. Does the character of antichrists include honesty? Obviously, antichrists lack an honest humanity. Their humanity is certainly in opposition to honesty. So, what elements of abnormal humanity, in opposition to honesty, do antichrists possess in their humanity?
They frequently tell lies and trick people.
Can we say that frequently telling lies is the same as habitually lying? Isn't this summary more specific? If we say that this person always lies or isn't too truthful, it's lacking in degree. If we use expressions like full of lies to describe their character, it isn't formal enough. So, using habitually lying to describe them and to express that the humanity of antichrists is not honest is more fitting. Habitual lying is the first trait, something that is frequently manifested and revealed in the humanity of antichrists. It should be the most common, easily observable, and readily discernible trait that people may come across. Now, is it worth it to fellowship about the specific manifestations of habitual lying? The humanity of antichrists is dishonest, which means they are not truthful in the least. Everything they say and do is adulterated and contains their own intentions and goals. And hidden in it all are their unmentionable and unspeakable tricks and schemes. So the words and actions of antichrists are too contaminated and too full of falsity. No matter how much they speak, it's impossible to know which of their words are true, which are false, which are right, and which are wrong. This is because they are dishonest, and their minds are extremely complicated, full of treacherous schemes and rife with tricks. None of what they say is straightforward. They do not say 1 is 1, 2 is 2, yes is yes, and no is no. Instead, in all matters, they beat around the bush and think things through several times in their minds, working out the consequences, weighing the merits and drawbacks from every angle. Then, they alter what they want to say using language so that everything they say sounds quite unwieldy. Honest people never understand what they say and are easily deceived and tricked by them. And whoever speaks and communicates with such people finds the experience tiring and laborious. They never say 1 is 1 and 2 is 2. They never say what they are thinking, and they never describe things as they are. Everything they say is unfathomable, and the goals and intentions of their actions are very complicated. If the truth gets out, if other people see through them and catch on to them, they quickly concoct another lie to get around it. This kind of person often lies, and after lying, they have to tell more lies to sustain the lie. They deceive others to hide their intentions, and fabricate all kinds of pretexts and excuses in aid of their lies, so that it is very difficult for people to tell what's true and what's not, and people don't know when they are being truthful, much less when they're telling a lie. When they lie, they do not blush or flinch, just as if they were telling the truth. Does this not mean they are habitually lying? For example, sometimes antichrists seem on the surface to be good to others, to be considerate of them, and to speak in a warm-hearted way that sounds kind and moving. Yet even when they speak like this, no one can tell whether they are being sincere, and it always requires waiting until things happen a few days later to reveal whether they were being sincere. Antichrists always speak with certain intentions and goals, and no one can work out what it is exactly that they are after. Such people habitually lie and give no thought to the consequences of any of their lies. As long as their lie benefits them and is capable of hoodwinking others, as long as it can achieve their goals, they don't care what the consequences are. As soon as they are exposed, they will continue to conceal, to lie, to trick. The principle and method by which these people comport themselves and deal with the world is tricking people with lies. They are two-faced and speak to suit their audience. They perform whatever role the situation demands. They are smooth and slick. Their mouths are filled with lies, and they are untrustworthy. Whoever is in contact with them for a while is misled or disturbed and cannot receive provision, help, or edification. No matter if the words from such people's mouths are nasty or nice, or reasonable or absurd, or in accord or disaccord with humanity, or coarse or civilized, they are essentially all falsehoods, adulterated words, and lies. Among that class of people who are antichrists, habitual lying is one of their chief attributes. Through their language, through the way they speak, their manner of expression, the meaning in their words, and the intention behind them, one sees that these people lack normal humanity, that they do not possess the standards for humanity of honest people. Antichrists habitually lie. Their lies and deceit are much more serious than in most people. This is not a run-of-the-mill corrupt disposition, but has already become the loss of conscience and reason and the total absence of humanity. In essence, these people are demons. Demons often lie and deceive people in this way. Nothing they say is true. When most people lie, they have to fabricate the lie. They have to give it careful thought. But an antichrist doesn't have to fabricate anything or give it any thought. They open their mouths and out it comes. And before you know it, you've been taken in. Their lies and deception are such that it may take people who are slow to react 2 or 3 days to figure things out. Only then do they realize what this person meant. People who do not understand the truth are incapable of discernment. Antichrists habitually lie. What do you think of this character of theirs? Clearly, it is not something that is part of normal humanity. Is there not something demonic to this? To be precise, it is a demonic nature. Habitually lying, telling lies, and deceiving people. Are these ways of doing things learned in school, or the result of the influence of their family? Neither. These things are their inherent nature. They were born with these things. When parents educate their children, no one teaches their child to lie and deceive from a young age, nor does anyone force them to lie or deceive. Yet there are still children who tell nothing but lies when they grow up, who keep a straight face no matter what lies they tell, and never feel regretful, tormented, or ill at ease in their conscience about the lies they have told. These children, instead, think themselves very clever, highly intelligent. They feel happy, proud, and secretly gleeful that they are able to fool and deceive others using lies and other tactics. This is their inherent nature. This is how antichrists naturally are. It is their nature essence to habitually lie. Although they often take part in gatherings and listen to sermons and fellowships, antichrists never reflect on or try to know themselves. And no matter how many lies they've told to trick others, they feel no reproach from their conscience. Much less do they actively try to seek out the truth for a solution, which proves that, in essence, antichrists are disbelievers. No matter how many doctrines they are able to lecture people with, they never apply these doctrines to themselves. They never dissect themselves. And no matter how many lies they tell or people they trick, they never open up about it, but instead pretend and put up a front, and never have the courage to admit in front of others that they are deceitful people. Apart from this, they keep lying and deceiving people as and when they feel the need to. Is this not their nature? It is, and there is no way to change it. This nature is not the expression of normal humanity. Properly speaking, it is a demonic nature. It is the disposition of Satan. Such people are devils. They are demons incarnate. The first manifestation of the character of antichrists is habitual lying, which we'll categorize as a demonic nature. The manifestation of this demonic nature is that regardless of when or where, no matter the occasion or with whom they interact, the words that such people say are akin to what the serpent and demons say, unworthy of trust. One must be especially cautious and discerning with such people, not hastily believing the words of demons. The specific manifestation of their habitual lying is that lies just roll off their tongues. The words they speak cannot withstand deliberation, analysis, or discernment. They can lie at any time, and they believe that in all matters they cannot say anything truthful, that everything they say must be a lie. Even if you ask them about their age, they consider this, thinking, "What do they mean asking about my age? If I say I'm old, will they look down on me and not cultivate me? If I say I'm young, will they look down on me, saying I lack experience? How should I respond?" Even with such a simple matter, they can still lie and refuse to tell you the truth, even turning the question back on you and asking, "What do you think?" You say, 50 years old? Close. 45? Getting warmer. Do they provide you with an accurate answer? Through their responses, do you know how old they are?
No.
That is habitual lying. There is another manifestation of Antichrist's habitually lying. That is, they even lie while bearing witness. Bearing false witness is a cursed act that offends God's disposition. Even in the matter of bearing witness, they dare to engage in fabrication, lies, and trickery, which really shows their reckless disregard for consequences and their unchanging nature. When they see that others bear witness based on experience and understanding while they can't, they copy them, saying whatever other people say and fabricating the same experiences that others have had. If they don't understand something as others do, they claim they do. If they lack such experiences, understanding, and enlightenment, they insist that they possess them. Even if God hasn't disciplined them, they insist that He has. Even in this matter, they can lie and counterfeit, showing no concern or interest regardless of how severe the consequences may be. Isn't this habitual lying? Furthermore, people like this will trick anyone. Some may wonder, in any case, antichrists are still people. Wouldn't they refrain from tricking those closest to them, those who have helped them, or those who have shared hardships with them? Wouldn't they avoid tricking family members? Saying that they habitually lie implies that they can trick anyone, even their parents, children, and, of course, their brothers and sisters. In matters both great and small, they can trick people, even in matters where they should speak truthfully, where doing so wouldn't carry any consequences or affect them in any way, and where there isn't any need to apply wisdom. They also trick people and use lies to resolve small matters that to outsiders do not warrant lying, where it would be simple, no trouble at all, for them to speak straightforwardly. Isn't this habitual lying? Habitual lying can be said to be one of the primary manifestations of devils and Satan. From this perspective, can't we say that the humanity of antichrists is not only dishonest, but also marked by habitually lying, making it unreliable? If such individuals commit a wrongdoing, then shed tears after being pruned and criticized by the brothers and sisters, claiming on the surface to be indebted to God and promising future repentance, do you dare believe them?
No.
Why not? The most compelling evidence is that they habitually lie. Even if they outwardly repent, weep bitterly, beat their chests, and swear, do not believe them, because they are shedding crocodile tears, tears to trick people. The sad and remorseful words they utter are not heartfelt. They are expedient tactics designed to gain people's trust through fraudulent means. In front of people, they weep bitterly, admit fault, swear, and make their position known. However, those who have a good relationship with them in private, those whom they relatively trust, report a different story. While publicly admitting fault and swearing to change their ways may seem genuine on the surface, what they say behind the scenes proves that what they said before was not true, but false, designed to pull the wool over more people's eyes. What will they say behind the scenes? Will they acknowledge that what they said before was false? No, they won't. They will spread negativity, present arguments, and justify themselves. This justification and arguing confirms that their admissions, repentance, and oaths were all false, meant to trick people. Can such individuals be trusted? Isn't this habitual lying? They can even fabricate confessions, falsely shed tears, and pledge to change their ways. And even their swearing is a lie. Isn't this a demonic nature? Even if they were to say, "I only understand this much. The rest I do not know, and I seek God's enlightenment and hope for the help of the brothers and sisters in order to gradually gain understanding," this would be an honest attitude and statement. However, antichrists absolutely cannot utter such truthful words. They feel that speaking truthfully would make people look down on me. I would lose face and would feel degraded. Wouldn't my prestige be completely forfeited? Who am I? Can I admit defeat? Even if I don't understand, I must pretend to understand very well. I must trick people and solidify my position in their hearts first. Isn't this a manifestation of antichrists? From the source and way in which antichrists speak, as well as the words that they utter, it is clear that such people will never be honest. It is beyond them. Because habitual lying is inherent to their character, they want to trick people and conceal matters in everything, not wanting anyone to know or see the true facts or actual situation. Their innermost being is terribly dark. This aspect of Antichrist's character can be reliably defined as lacking humanity and possessing a demonic nature. Lies slide effortlessly off their tongues, without thought, to the extent that they don't even say anything true when they talk in their sleep. It is all trickery, all lies. This is habitual lying. The character of antichrists is devoid of honesty. Even when they are not speaking, in their hearts they are contemplating how to trick, hoodwink, and mislead people. Whom to mislead, what to say when they want to mislead them, what methods to use to start the conversation, and which examples to use to make people believe. Regardless of what they say or think, they do not harbor an honest attitude, honest opinions, or honest thoughts in their hearts. Every moment of their lives, every second, is spent in a state of wanting to trick and play with people. Every second and moment, they are thinking about how to trick, how to mislead, and how to hoodwink others, with these thoughts occupying all of their minds and innermost hearts. Isn't this their nature? Can people like this understand the truth when they hear sermons or read the words of God? Even if they understand, can they put it into practice? Judging from their innermost hearts and character, such individuals are definitely not recipients of salvation, because everything they love and think about in their minds and inner worlds is infused with a demonic nature, going against the truth and positive things without a single part that is commendable. So, is the trait of habitual lying in the humanity of antichrists certain? People who habitually lie do not practice any truth. What are the consequences of this? What are the specific manifestations of someone who does not practice any truth? Can they act recklessly? Can they be arbitrary and a law unto themselves? Can they establish independent kingdoms? Can they squander offerings? Can they mislead people? Can they win over people's hearts? They can do all of these. This is a typical antichrist. They habitually lie. When the facts are exposed, no matter how many pairs of eyes are watching them, no matter how many people collectively testify and expose them, they refuse to admit it. In the end, they resort to one tactic to deal with you, claiming that they have forgotten and feigning ignorance. At this point, in this situation, they cannot speak a single truthful word, nor can they nod and admit it, saying, "It was me, I was wrong, I will change next time, and will definitely not commit the same mistake again." This is an antichrist, never admitting guilt, never speaking a truthful word at any time. Can they be saved with such humanity? Can they attain the truth? Absolutely not. Even if they understand the truth, they cannot attain it because they reject, resist, and oppose the truth. At the most basic level of speaking honestly and admitting one's mistakes, they cannot even practice this most simple truth or put it into action. How can they be expected to let go of their status, let go of their prospects and destiny, and let go of their own intentions? Can they let go of them and rebel against them? They are even less able to do so. If they cannot even say one true thing, then expecting them to do something more difficult than this is even more unrealistic. Do you have people who habitually lie around you? Some might say, I haven't encountered someone who habitually lies yet, but I feel like I might be one myself. Let me tell you the truth. You are in a dangerous situation. Do people who habitually lie retain any trace of humanity? Are they any different from demons? Do any of you habitually lie? Suppose that regardless of the environment or background, no matter what happens, lies come so naturally to a person, without their face reddening or their heart beating faster, and they can handle and resolve it all with lies. When comporting themselves and dealing with the world, and in every aspect of life, as long as there is an opportunity to speak, everything they say is a lie. Not a single sentence is true. All of it carries intentions and purposes, and is accompanied by the schemes of Satan. This is not someone who is honest. Being able to lie in any situation, even with one's head on the chopping block, isn't this someone who is beyond hope? Judging by the various manifestations of habitual lying in antichrists, their lies are just too numerous. The purpose of their speech is to trick, mislead, and hoodwink people. All their words are filled with the schemes and intentions of Satan, lacking any manifestation of honesty belonging to normal humanity. It can be said that antichrists completely lack the trait of honesty that is a part of normal humanity. People who lack honesty and are capable of habitually lying are categorized as having a demonic nature. They are demons. Such people are not easily saved because they do not accept the truth and find it challenging to accept it.